Emerson, I'm live then.
Alrighty. Let me know when quali's over. Alrighty. Let me know when the timer hits 0. Not. What's first? Gunman or bandit? Finale at Homestead. Yeah, fuck it. Hold on. Start broadcasting. Go to audio here. Undo share party audio back. Start broadcasting now. 6, 5, 4, 3. Hello YouTube, welcome to the Veedverks Gunman Truck Series season finale here at the Homestead Miami Speedway. We're in for a fun one. We got our championship competitors, Miz and Spoob. They're going to be going head to head here in the season finale. Whoever out finishes the other will win the championship. We're about to drop you in the middle of the pace lap here to the 40 Caboose 200.
Drive safe, be smart, keep your head on straight. Be ready here. Green's out, man. Let's go. Inside. You're all clear on the bottom.
So we have a 67 lapper here for the Veedverks Gunman Truck Series. We have a 13 lap stage. So nice, short, and sweet. And right to the point.
Still there.
These Veedverks Gunman racing trucks provide some of the best racing we've seen throughout the series here. And here we are, we're in the pace laps now.
Still there.
So let's go through our amazing starting lineup. On our front row, we have the 87 of Clutch and the 8 of Addy.
Careful, still there.
In row 2, we have the 74 of Spoob and the 16 of Miz. In row 3, we have the 25 of Crazy. And 2 is outside the 68 of Controller.
Careful,
and in
there.
row number 4, we have the 41 of
Good luck, everybody.
Careful,
so here we go. The penultimate race of the Veedverks NASCAR Heat 3 racing season is about to be underway. The 7 trucks about to take on the mile-and-a-half progressively banked oval. There's 7 trucks, they're racing at Homestead Miami Speedway. Down into turn 1, the 87 of Clutch, clear out in front of the field, the 8 of Addy all the way up the track. Not where you want to be on the initial start of the race. Down the backstretch, Clutch starting to open up a little bit of a gap right now. Spoob up to the second position.
Alright, clear outside. Looking inside now.
Miz falls back in third, battling hard with the 25 of Crazy. He's into the wall, and around goes the 25 of Crazy.
Caution.
The 8 of Addy was in the wall as well. The 41 of Motorsports into the wall as well on the front stretch. Several trucks
on
around
me,
and into the
and
wall.
I don't know who's got me.
On the speedway.
I hit the wall.
The 16 and the 25 were the first 2 trucks that I saw make contact and start all that. Seeing these drivers go 3 wide in the on the first lap here in the third corner, not really expecting that aggressive of a start, but that is what it is, and that's how much a championship would mean to Miz in that 16 truck.
I hit the wall and
So we have 6 trucks on the access lane, looking that like they are committed to pit lane. Looks like the 87 of Clutch, he vouches for track position early here in the 67 lapper.
start the already.
We work our way onto the pit lane. Let's see where the other 6 drivers line up. Who will come out first off of pit lane to restart second. So again, as a reminder, the 74 Spoob, the 16 of Miz. Those two, they're going head to head. And again, whoever outduels the other will win the Veedverks Gunman Truck Series Championship. That is going to be decided in a few minutes' time after 67 laps of racing. So, speaking of that, Spoob comes out first off of pit lane. He will start second alongside the 87 of Clutch. Addy comes out third.
I'm at, yeah, I'm last and we're good.
25
We
and
could go.
the 16 will round out the rest of the grid.
Double up.
Here we go. We got 7 trucks lined up and ready to go here. We'll try that again. Let's see if we can make it through the first lap this time around. Green flag in the air. We're racing again at Homestead Miami Speedway. The 8 and the 87, they're now tail on the bottom of the racetrack gate. They get an amazing start. Spoob falls all the way back to the 4th position. We're hearing that the 74 truck missed the shift that allowed the 41 of Motorsports to get up into the 3rd position. Through 3 and 4, the 8 of Addy all the way up the wall. Motorsports diving down the track. That allows a little bit of a hole for his Spoob. Will he take advantage of it on board the 74 now? Through 1, 87 and the 8, they sort themselves out. Motorsports trying to get back to the inside of the 74. That is her 3rd. Now Spoob, a huge run down the backstretch. She's looking to pull it to the tailgate of the 8 truck.
Oh no.
Right,
68 a controller, he's sliding up the track now.
Sorry, controller.
Gonna allow the 16 of Miz and the 25 of Crazy to take advantage of him. On turn number 2, again the 80-78. Teammates working really well together. They're up front right now.
Stay high up there.
Move now. With the advantage off of turn 4, he's going to start to look for an overtake around V8 truck. Motorsports in that 41, he just got passed by the 16 of Miz. Miz is on a mission. He's got to beat that 74 truck. Doesn't matter about anyone else. He's racing that 74 truck. Speaking of the 74 truck, Spoob dives to the inside. He's looking for second on V8 of Addy. He does clear Addy through turn 4. On the front stretch, Spoob is up to second. He sets his sights on the race lead. Will he be able to get it? Miz now onto the tailgate of the 8 truck. He's looking to put one less truck between himself and his championship competitor. 74 Spoob got really high up in that outside lane. And here comes the 16 of Miz. He's diving to the inside of the 8 truck. Miz still fighting on the inside. Addy hanging tough on the outside. Addy, he's just racing for a win. This championship battle doesn't affect him necessarily, but the 8's into the wall. Now Miz gets the shot up to 3rd. Four laps remaining here in the first stage. Miz in 3rd, but it's now Spoob on the back tailgate of the 87 of Clutch. Spoob right now looking for the race lead here in the late stages of stage number 1. To the inside the 87, he peaks. 3 laps to go in stage number 1. Can Spoob find his way around the 87? What Miz is hoping for is actually for Spoob to get up there and try to battle the 87 so that maybe Miz himself can try to gain some time as they're taking each other's lines away. But right now, the 87 is just kind of riding in front of the 74 and coming to 2 laps to go. Spoob hasn't really pushed the issue. He still has a little bit of time. 2 laps is a long time.
2 to go, driver.
About a minute. The 87 truck is hauling the mail around here. Spoob is just looking for any advantage. We'll come down to backstretch. 1.5 laps to go in stage number 1. Now I believe Miz is closing the gap between himself and the rest of the top 3. The 87 really high up the track. Spoob's going to get a great run through turn 4. He rode the center really well. 1 lap to go in stage 1. Spoob's looking to the outside now of the 87. As the 87 slides up, Spoob's maybe going to try to get a more of a diamond line through the exit of the corner. Now down the back, he's got the slipstream. Can he dive it into 3? He looks to the outside. Into turns 3 and 4. The 87 will clear the 74 and keep him behind him. Miz, a late charge, but it wouldn't be enough. The 87 of Clutch wins stage 1 over Spoob and Miz, and there was a great battle for 4th in the back. Looks like it came down to the 8 of Addy over the 68 of Controller, and the 41 of Motorsports comes 6th. The 25 of Crazy in 7th. He did get pushed out into the wall there after the restart. So we're going to have about the same length here for stage number 2. As these drivers, they get a moment to catch their breath, so do we. Make sure you go to Veedverks.com and use promo code VCOS for discounts on CBD-based products and needs. Support them as much as they have supported us. We're about to line these guys up double wide and try it once again. The 87 of Clutch on the front row alongside championship competitor 74 Spoob. Miz will restart 3rd. Here we go into the restart box. Green flag in the air. We're racing in stage number 2. Down into turn 1, the 74 restarted really well with the 87, but the inside lane's the preferred lane on the restart, and Miz is getting a huge advantage now over the 74 on the tailgate of the 87 now. Controller the 3rd. Spoob is falling all the way down the running order. It's Crazy looking for 4th.
Hold your line, got 1 inside.
Back into turn number 3. It is double wide through the field. 170 mile per hour pace laps. Now the 87 of Clutch, clear of the rest of the field. The 74 is Spoob. He's looking for 3rd once again from the 68 of Controller. The turn number 1, Spoob is clear of the rest of the field. He has his eyes set on the 16 truck. Controller finds his place in line behind the 8 of Addy. Up the track they go. The 8 of Addy's into the wall. Controller, again, a huge dive. He's looking for 4th. To the inside goes Miz, looking for the race lead from the 87 truck, giving him plenty of room.
Still there?
Off of turn number 2, I expect the 87 to get a better run off the exit of the corner, and is going to be able to clear Miz just in time for turn number 3. Miz is going to have to take this corner just to kind of regroup and find another run. All that happened, the 74 Spoob closed in on this race lead battle. The top 3, they're nose to tail. The 87 of Clutch leads the 2 championship contenders. 9 laps to go here in stage number 2. Again, these stages, they're short and sweet and to the point. It's all hard racing. The top three have kind of gapped the bottom four of the grid. The 87 is up the track. Now to 16 of Miz. A huge run through the center of the corner. Looking for the race lead. Back into turn number one. Advantage to Miz. The 74 Spook follows suit. So right now the championship competitors. This is the race that decides it all. They're working together so they can find a way past the 87 truck. Clutch was able to find his way in between the 16 and the 74. Now Clutch to the outside. Now Clutch looking for the race lead once again. He's not content riding second. Second doesn't matter to him. Nothing matters to him other than a win for that 87 truck. 7 laps to go in stage number 2. And it's some hard racing up front as these guys go side by side. The rest of the field, who's also side by side, is actually closing the gap just a little bit. Addy and Controller side by side for 4. Up the track goes the 16. That's going to allow the 87 to clear him, and the 74 to go by for second. Or does it? Miz a huge run with some slim shame. They're going 3 wide in the back for 4. Crazy Addy and Controller were 3 wide for the 4th position. It's also insane racing up front. They're about to go 3 wide up there. Clutch fighting for his life up there over the 2 championship contenders and the 16 and the 74 right on the tailgate. In the turn number 3, they're about to go 4 wide. Contact in the back, maybe. The 8 of Addy falling all the way back behind the 68 of Controller. The 25 of Crazy up to 3rd. Now Spoob lost a little bit of contact to the 16 of Miz. Now Spoob's going to have to fight off the 25 of Crazy. So after all that, everybody falls back to single file racing. And you just gotta think, these like I said at the top of the broadcast, these trucks provide probably the best racing this league has. And look at the versatility of it. They're racing in packs, they race in single file. They're racing side by side, they're racing single file. They're racing up top, they're racing down low, they're racing on the apron. These trucks can race anywhere. The turn 3, there's a battle for 6th going on. That's the 68 and the 41. Controller trying to fend off Motorsports. Three laps to go in stage number 2. Spoob fighting to try to stay in front of the 25 truck right now. With the run down the back, he'll clear him once again. 2.5 laps to go in this stage. Two laps to go in stage 2. Miz trying to close the gap to the 87 truck. Now a huge run through the center of the corner from the 25 of Crazy, trying to find 3rd from Spoob. A lap and a half to go. Controller, Motorsports, they're trying to get in on this.
Let's go.
One lap to go in stage number 2, and there's 4 cars nose to tail for the 3rd position, all being led by championship competitors of Spoob. Now it looks like Miz lost some touch to the 87 truck of Clutch, and then maybe a 5 truck battle for 2nd. Here to the last half lap of stage number 2. Miz, Spoob, 2nd, 3rd. And then it's Crazy, Controller, and Motorsports off of turn number 4. They're all nose to tail. Get anybody out to one another. 2 of us start finish line. Controller's in the paint on the front stretch. So it looks like, I believe it's Miz over Spoob, Crazy, Controller, and Motorsports 2nd through 6th. Clutch, of course, goes back-to-back in these stages. First and second stage goes to the 87 truck of Clutch, and Addy finishes this stage out in second after starting this race on the front row. So I hope y'all are pumped. Because here we go, we're going to line them up double wide and try it once again. Now this is what matters most.
Alright now, be smart out there.
This is the last stage of the Veedverks Gunman Truck Series season, and it is green. Here we go. Who's going to win the title at the end of stage number 3?
Stay high, stay high. Still there.
Side by side through 1 and 2. I believe that's the best restart we've seen from the outside lane all race long. Now Miz, a huge run on the outside looking for the race lead. Clutch dives it back into turn number 3. Can he clear the 16 up the track? He goes slide job. Miz is into
what happened?
Like, there's contact in the back. 41
that was a fucking glitch or something.
25.
I have no idea. I was driving, and next thing I know, it like glitched, and I hit the wall. Like I was going right around perfect, and I don't know what the hell that was. That was effing weird. It was like a leg type deal. It wasn't like my truck did anything.
Wall, and everybody suffered after that.
I have no idea what the hell that was.
So here we go, the pit lane is open. It's the second manual caution of the day.
Back it down, back it down.
All 7 trucks, they make their way to pit lane.
Half down, half to go. This time by.
So here we go. This should be the second to last stop of the race for these guys. Once they pit here, they should make it on one more stop to the end. And you know what? It's down and away for the 74 of Spoob. He comes out.
Okay, get back in there.
He comes out as the race leader, I believe. The 41 of Motorsports either didn't pit or was on the racetrack for some reason. I believe maybe he was a lap down.
Car outside. All right, you're clear there.
The 41 was on pit lane after the accident, making heavy contact with the pit lane barrels. That is that. On the front row now.
Yep, we're here.
We're ready to try it again once more. The 7 trucks double wide and ready to go. Now, a championship competitor has control of this restart. Can Spoob get this restart to work out in his favor? Here we go as we approach the restart zone. Green flag in the air. We're racing again in stage number 3. 33 laps to go. 32. Into turn 1, Spoob clear of the 87, but Addy, a comeback from the back of stage number 2. Here we go for the race lead. Addy on the inside. 25 of Crazy almost into the long corner entry there, battling for 6th. Spoob trying to hold on to the race lead here. Addy trying to go for a race win. At the moment, Spoob is clear of everybody but the entire field right on the tailgate of the 74, the 87, the 8. Now they go toe-to-toe. That's for 2nd. The 60th controller. He's riding 4th. Miz is Spoob's competition for this championship. He's separated by these 3 fueling trucks. 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Miz is riding 5th. Spoob's leading this thing. But right now, at the moment, Spoob is the season champion at the moment. Miz, a huge run now on the 68 of Controller. He's looking to the outside, maybe looking for 4.
Still there?
The dueling 87 and 8 truck. Now they incorporate the 74 into the mix as Clutch diving to the inside of the 74. Clutch looking to retake the race lead once again. If Spook can keep it out of the wall, it's going to be a drag race down the front stretch. Side by side down the front, but the 87 had a lot of help from Addy. So Clutch back to the race lead. Addy looking for second. And oh voila, it's close once again. Third and fourth are your championship competitors. The 74 of Spoob leads the 16 of Miz. They're on each other's tailgates back on the back stretch. Now Spoob to the inside of the 8 truck of Addy. In the turn 3, 5 trucks under a blanket, all behind the 87 of Clutch. Each one of these 5 trucks very capable of winning this race.
You got room. You're clear.
The 16 of Miz, now he takes over the championship lead.
Oh,
and the championship competitors, they made contact! Miz and Spoo, they made some contact coming through turn number 2. It looks like they're all good. They're drag racing down the back for third. In the turn 3, the nod goes to the 16 of Miz. Spoo back to 4th. Back up front, it's the 87 of Clutch and the 8 of Addy, first and second, just like they started. Also, I believe it is Day Done from the 41. Back into turn 3. Teammates nose to tail. Up front. Boob looking to close the gap once again to the 16 of Miz. 26 laps to go on the Veedverks Gunman Truck Series season. The championship competitors, they're nose to tail. They got 1 pit stop left on the season. And who can make a green flag pit stop better? Here we go. 25 laps to go. Green flag pit stops on the horizon, provided we don't get a caution in the next 10 laps.
Car
87 of Clutch again leads the 8 of Addy. Now the competitors for the championship, they're side by side. Smooth sliding up the track on the inside. Miz on the outside. Side by side for third once again. 24 to go.
All clear.
Right now, Miz gets the advantage on the outside lane because he's able to carry all of that speed and momentum through the center of the corner. The 74 Spook, he gets loose, trying to keep the truck under control through the center of turn 2. He's going to lose the 4th position to the 68 of Controller Hog. And now Miz has a little bit of breathing room in the 3rd position. Now can Controller look for a podium position now as he looks for his way to the 16 truck? The turn number 3 to 68 of Controller now on the tailgate of the 16 of Miz. Controller looks to the outside. Miz down low now. It's a reverse of what he was doing with the 74 Spoob. "22 laps to go on the Veedverks Gunman Truck Racing season. The 87 and the 8, they're not battling with each other now. They realize they have a huge lead over the rest of the field. They are content. And though that would be be potentially the battle for the race lead. At the moment, what's most important is this battle for the championship. The 16 of Miz, the 74 of Scoob, 3rd and 5th, separated by the 68 of Controller Hog, looking to play a little bit of playoff spoiler. Into turn number 3 we go. They almost went 3 wide. Controller wasn't able to keep his nose under the quarter panel of Miz.
We've got 20 more left.
The 68 of Controller, he's into the wall. He's relinquishing the 4th position to the 74 of Scoob. And now the 25 of Crazy. He's looking for 5th. Up the track goes to 25. Does not get into the wall. He's able to clear the 68 and hold on to the position. Controller, a huge run back. He's looking again for 5th. Here we go. Boob on the tailgate of the 16 truck of Miz. 19 laps left on the Veedverks Gunman truck racing season. Final pit stops of the season on the horizon. And who can do it best? Boob looking to the inside of the 16, side by side down the front. Trying to get the run to the center of the corner.
Still there.
Miz on the outside, Scoob on the inside. 18 to go. Pit stops in a couple laps now.
Careful, still there.
Does any one of them try the undercut? They're still side by side around this track. Again, Miz getting the advantage of using the outside lane to get the momentum off the corner. Scoob has the advantage in taking the shortest way around. This progressively banked racetrack was built for this kind of racing. 17 laps to go. Now Miz clears Scoob, and now you notice that the 25 and the 68, they're right there as well. Down the back, here comes one of the 2 drivers up front into pit lane. I believe that is the 8 of Addy, having a little bit of trouble getting to pit lane now, but he's able to keep it on the access lane. Miz right now holds the current, he is your current champion.
You gotta come and pit for gas.
16 laps to go here at Homestead. Now Scoob under attack from the 25 of Crazy. So now one driver is blinked and made their way to pit road. Who tries to undercut the others? Here they all come to pit lane. All 4 of them, they got to make it through this access lane perfectly. Most notably the 16 and the 74. Also, the 87 is in as well. Oh, it is contact. The 68 heavy hit to the pit lane barrels. What Scoob did need, though, was to close the gap to the 16 truck, and I believe he's closed it as much as he can. These guys are going to have 15 laps to go once they leave the pit lane. The 8 of Addy, he's getting up to speed now. 87 of Clutch, he's in the pit box. Addy now riding around this racetrack. Hightailing, the 87 is down and away. That might be it. The 16 of Miz, he gets out in front of the 74 of Scoob, but there's nobody in between them. Can Scoob finally get the perfect pit exit? Here we go. Addy with a full head of steam. He's looking for the race lead, but he's not going to be close enough. It's easier to take this pit access lane in these trucks, and it proves so. So now Miz has to hold on to his advantage for 14 more laps. It is a second advantage that Miz has over Scoob. It's a second that separates these trucks. Will it be a second at the end of these next 14 laps to decide it all? Both the 16 and the 74 of Miz and Scoob, they have got to be making 14 qualifying laps. They don't even have to worry about the gap. They gotta be worrying about nailing their marks around this racetrack. And I know it's a wide open racetrack, but these drivers have to take the line that gives them the best advantage over one another. Through a lap of racing, the gap has not changed. 13 laps to go on the Veedverks Gunman Truck Series season.
Oh, I got wicked loose.
16 of Miz had a huge moment through turn 2. The gap is still the same. Twelve laps to go. Can Spoob close the gap on Miz? He's closed it to about 0.8 of a second now. Back up front, no competition. The 87 of Clutch leads the 8 of Addy. The 25 of Crazy in 5th. And the 68 of Controller after wrecking coming to pit lane in 6th. The 41 of Motorsports has DNF'd in 7th. And unless anything drastic happens in these next 11 laps, that should be the way it pans out. But what matters most and what we're going to focus on for the next 10 3/4 of a lap are these two drivers. They have battled all season long for 23 races. And here comes 10 laps left. The gap is 3/4 of a second.
Last 10 laps, you gotta focus.
10 laps to go here at Homestead Miami Speedway. The final 10 laps of the Veedverks Gunman Truck Series season. The gap's still a steady 0.8 of a second. These guys, they have got to be making qualifying laps. At this point, it's who can run the track better. Can Spoob maybe get some slipstream off the 16 truck? Maybe help him with closing the gap. 9 laps to go. The gap is still 3/4 of a second. The gap maintained through that last lap. 8 laps to go. These drivers, both of them have fought through their own adversity throughout the season. Both of these drivers raced last week and experienced heartbreak of losing a title already. But now, it's just between these two. One winner and one loser. 3/4 of a second. 7/10 for 7 laps left on the Veedverks Gunman Truck Series season. The 16 of Miz, he came into this league as a rookie. And looking at this and his progression through all the series, he has made the playoffs and is contending for a championship in all 3 of them. There's no doubt this guy can drive. The 74 of Spoob, the veteran of the group, been racing for God knows how long, and can his experience in stressful situations such as this help him out? Because look at that, you can visually see the gap has closed. 5 laps to go here at Homestead Miami Speedway. The gap is now 1/2 a second. And closing. Now the help of slipstream. 4/10 of a second. Now 3/10 of a second. Onto the front stretch with 4 laps to go. 6 miles left in the Veedverks Gunman Truck Series season. And folks, I know I've said it all through the Cup race, but this is what it comes down to. The best drivers this season. Folks, they're about to go toe-to-toe for the final 3 laps. All for the Veedverks Gunman Truck Series Championship. As they round turn number 4. 4.5 miles to go. 3 laps to go. And they are nose to tail. Spoob on the tailgate of the 16 of Miz. As they round 1 and 2. It's all about mind games right now. They're not side by side yet. It's just mind games. And which line do you pick in each corner? Into turn 3 and 4. We're looking for 2 laps to go. Up the track goes the 16 of Miz. That allows the 74 Spoob to sniff to the inside. Miz, a great block down the back. 3 miles to go. Who wants it more? And 1 and 2. Again, Miz with the advantage because he's out in front right now. But 1.5 laps to go. Walking up and down the racetrack. Blocking for his season. To the outside goes the 74 Spoob. Can Miz slide up the track and clear him up the track? He goes. He's got to keep it out of the wall. He lets off the gas. The 74 Spoob dives to the inside. Side by side. 1.5 miles to go. Side by side through 1 and 2. It's the 16 of Miz on the outside. The 74 Spoob on the inside. Probably the best championship battle you're going to see across all of league racing. Because they're going to go side by side into the final set of corners. Miz with the advantage. Spoob fighting on the inside for the title. Who's it going to be? Coming off of turn number 4. They're going to be side by side.
Great race, dude.
And he will finish third in the season finale. But it will be the championship.
Oh my God.
16 of Miz.
Thank you. Man, great rundown, man. You,
Miz
I was shaking the whole time.
Gunman Truck Series title.
Oh.
Also, the 87 of Clutch, he won the race. Congratulations to him. The 8 of Addy comes home second. Miz and Spoob, you saw it live. The battle for third. A historic battle for third. Controller comes home fourth. There's a problem for the 25 of Crazy. He finished this race in 6th.
Cool. I had to do what I had to do.
Spoob got the 4th fastest. And what a hard-fought battle it was between these two. And let's see if we can get some. Gunman Truck Series.
Yeah, I'm going to set my audio now. Just give me a sec. I'm a little. Whew. That was exciting. I'm good. How's it going?
Congratulations! You are the Veedverks Gunman Truck Series champion. And I know you got another one in just a few minutes, but quickly, just tell me how this race was for you. And did you think you were going to be able to hold off the 74 Spoob Bear at the end?
Well, the race started off very sketchy. Got into an incident, and I knew the 74 has been fast, but I knew I had to do what I had to do when he caught me. I knew he was going to catch me. My truck went too tight towards the end, so, but, great fault. Gotta thank him for racing me clean and fun and, exciting. That,
An absolutely hard-fought battle between you and Spoob. How do you feel heading into the Xfinity Series, the Veedverk Bandit Series title title race?
not as good as the trucks. I felt like I had a really good truck, and then the race started. So never know. It's gonna be a long but short race. Just gotta keep my focus. Just stay calm and let the car come to me through to the end of the race and see where we position ourselves and go from there.
Well, it was a fun one. Does this make up any for last Wednesday?
Oh, last week was I was just thankful for being there. I wanted it, but if I went in with the mind state of it wasn't meant to be, it wasn't meant to be. And this is the one I really wanted. I enjoy racing these trucks a lot, so to get this one is it might have mean more than if I got the cup.
All right. Well, congratulations. Go enjoy it for like the next 8 minutes, as we'll see you in that long for the
Thank you, sir.
Veedverk Bandit Series season finale.